Hi, this is Dwayne, and today I would like to quickly cover walk-ups and walk-downs. Here's a walk-down. Here's a walk-up. Let me define a walk-up and a walk-down. A walk-up and a walk-down is where you're moving up a fourth, 1, 2, 3, 4 scale notes, or down a fourth, 1, 2, 3, 4, okay? And it happens when you move to the 4 chord. Say you're in the key of C. The 4 chord is 1, 2, 3, 4 is the F chord, isn't it? And the 5 chord is the G chord. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but if you go down 4 notes, you get to the G chord. So you can either get to the see, the 3 primary chords in any key are 1, 4, and 5. And so I can get from 1 to 4 by walking up. And I can get from 1 to 5 by walking down. You see that? Okay. Now, when I walk down, I generally do it in tenths because it sounds full. You can do it in full chords, by the way. That's fine too. And you can get a good sound, big sound that way. But to make it simple, I'll make it in tenths. So, you know what my left hand's doing? I'm playing root, walking down to the next root, C down to G, right? Well, a tenth above that, I'm putting in an E. An E is like a third. I mean, a tenth is like a third, but an octave higher. But it has a more secure sound. Let me move it down here so you can hear. Notice I slowed off the tenth there. When I got here, I did a turn. That's why it's so important to use all the tools in your toolbox. This is a walk down, but I used a half step slide and a turn. See that? And when you combine those 3 techniques, you get a pretty good sound. Just walk up or walk down. That's all there is to it. Up a fourth by tenths or down a fourth by tenths. Okay? That's it. Thanks. See you next time. Hi, this is Dwayne again, and I'd like to tell you about a little book that I wrote a few years back. It's called Piano Chords and Chord Progressions, The Secret Backdoor to Exciting Piano Playing. And it's a terrific resource about chords. If you want to know more about chords, you ought to latch onto this book. It's just barely over 10 bucks, 11 bucks I think it is. And it covers all the chords and chord progressions that I talk about in my videos. It's just a great, it's not a substitute for videos, of course, but or DVDs, but it's a great summary. And it's so inexpensive that it's well worth your while to get. Here's a table of contents. You can just look down here and see all the things it covers. Starts out with major, minor, diminished, augmented, 6th, 7th, and on to 13th chords and suspensions and alterations, and then gets on to chord progressions and so on. So it's a very thorough book, and it's got a lot of illustrations. I'll just toggle through a little bit so you can, and there's the back cover. So it's worth your while to get. So hope you take advantage of that. Thank you. Bye-bye for now.